Tata Asset Management Company has launched an innovation fund. The Tata India Innovation Fund has been launched under the sectoral and thematic category. This category, in fact, is the largest under the actively managed equities. So, to tell us more about the timing of the launch and the strategies that the scheme is going to have, we have with us Mr. Rahul Singh, the Chief Investment Officer of Tata Mutual Funds. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, I just wanted to start off by asking, what is the strategy with the timing of this launch, and what is the stock picking strategy that this scheme will have?
So, Tata Innovation Fund is being launched at this time because, we have seen last 12 to 24 months it being a very sectoral thematic market. In Tata Innovation Fund, we are going to select those companies which are either doing breakthrough innovation or incremental innovation and are at the cutting edge of their respective sectors. So essentially, we are not going to build a portfolio around sectors, but around companies and managements. I think that's the core thesis. And therefore, it is not going to be dependent on the fortunes of one sector or two sectors. It's going to be dependent on what we think the management and those companies can do in their respective sectors. I think why it is important at this point of time in market is also because we are seeing the market moving on or transitioning from a very thematic sector-driven market towards a more bottom-up consolidation phase in the market. And we think over the next few years, the strategy which is built around identifying those companies early, which are either doing incremental innovation or breakthrough innovation, cutting across sectors, can deliver significant outperformance over the index. And we have seen that in multiple examples across sectors, again, where companies which were leaders in adopting themselves to the new emerging realities or changing their business models have been able to grow faster. So you get benefit of both faster growth as well as a valuation re-rating, and that's how you make the maximum returns. So idea will be to have a portfolio of say 40, 50 such companies across sectors in this fund.
Definitely. So, so there's also this thing about that you've mentioned a time of consolidation. I mean, the last 2 quarters we've seen quite muted earnings. So we're probably in for a few times of downside. And in these coming days, what are the sectors that you think will give us some strong earnings and growth? So any specific sectors that you're looking at right now?
Yeah, see, from a long-term perspective, a lot of sectors are looking good, like I mentioned, even manufacturing, defense, and so on. But a lot of sectors have become very expensive, and a lot is being expected out of them in terms of the valuation. So we need to find the good mix of valuations and expectations. That is how you generate returns and alpha in the market. As of today, I think the two sectors which come to mind are pharma and banking. From a sectoral perspective, pharma, because I think it's multiple sectoral, cyclical and structural trends are shaping the profit growth for the sector, and valuations are not as expensive as a lot of other sectors. And banking, because I think a very less is expected of the sector today. The valuations are really at multi-year lows in a lot of companies, and also given that I think we are turning around the corner in terms of credit growth, in terms of the various issues which have plagued the banking industry over the last 2 years, and which is why the sector has not performed. I think those things are changing. So combination of cheap valuations and early stages of recovery in earnings growth is what makes the banking sector interesting.
Definitely. And just to wrap up, sir, according to our checks, we've seen a decent amount of flow in October into the industry. So I just wanted to zoom out and ask if you have deployed some of that dry powder that funds have been holding on to, or are you waiting for better opportunities down the lane?
I think we are gradually deploying because we have a more valuation disciplined approach at Tata Mutual Fund. We have a GARP philosophy, and basis that as and when we feel that certain companies are qualifying, we are deploying. But there is no compelling hurry to do that. Also, there are a lot of issues happening. There are a lot of IPOs and QIPs happening. So that also keeps us keeps the absorption going in that sense.